From cosmic visitors to lost civilizations. Today we explore 6 astonishing legends and facts that could reveal the real reason we're here. In the beginning, before recorded time, there were beings from a distant world, a place beyond the reach of human comprehension, a realm beyond the reach of mortal men, known as Nibiru, seeking dominion over a planet not their own. Their home was in peril, and they needed a new place to secure their own future. Their arrival heralded an age of wonders and terrors. These beings arrived on Earth seeking resources and a place to establish a new civilization, a time when the fate of humanity hung in the balance. From the depths of space, beyond the reaches of our understanding, they come. These beings, tall and majestic, were known to the ancient Sumerians as the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki, mysterious overlords who descended from the heavens. They bestowed knowledge and wrought marvels beyond comprehension, or so the tablets tell. Ancient beings, masters of technology and genetics. Though they were called by many names across different cultures, their origins shrouded in the mists of time. But could these beings be more than mere myth? According to the ancient Sumerian tablets found in Iraq, the Anunnaki created humans to be slave workers in gold mines. The Anunnaki had ventured from their own planet to Earth because the atmosphere on their planet, Nibiru, had deteriorated, forcing them to find off-planet sources of gold. It would be the quest for gold that would lead to the creation of the humans by the Anunnaki. At first, they tried to get gold from the rivers of Mesopotamia in the region between the Tigris and Euphrates. However, the Anunnaki soon discovered that the amount of gold was not adequate, and so the mining operation was moved to Africa, where huge gold deposits were found. It would be the relocation of activities to Africa that would set off the chain of events which would lead to the ancient astronaut decision to create humans. These beings were intelligent and capable, designed to serve and build their vision of a new world. Under their guidance, humans flourished. They learned agriculture, writing, and the arts of civilization. Cities rose and temples were built to honor their divine rulers. They shared their knowledge, fostering a rapid advancement in human society. In order to assist with the gold mining project, the Anunnaki were initially served by the Igigi until they revolted after years of hard labor, forcing the Anunnaki to find an alternative labor source. After a heated debate in the Anunnaki Council, where it was eventually decided following a suggestion by Enki that the Igigi be replaced by the creation of a primitive worker obtained by combining Anunnaki DNA with the DNA of the most advanced primate on planet Earth at that time, probably Homo erectus, approximately 440,000 years ago. It is a commonly accepted view in mainstream archaeology that civilization started in ancient Mesopotamia with the great civilization of Sumer in what is now modern-day Iraq. However, at the beginning of the 20th century, archaeologists excavating at Tel al-Ubaid in Iraq made an unusual discovery when they unearthed several 7,000-year-old artifacts, which appeared to represent humanoid figures with reptilian features. The Ubaid culture is one of the earliest known civilizations in Mesopotamia, dating back to around 6500 to 3800 BC, predating the Sumerians. This culture is named after the site of Tel al-Ubaid, where some of the earliest artifacts associated with the Ubaid people were found. As with the Sumerians, the origins of the Ubaidan people is unknown. Large village settlements in mud brick houses, and they had developed architecture, agriculture, and farmed the land using irrigation. The domestic architecture of the Ubaidans included large T-shaped houses, open courtyards, paved streets, as well as food processing equipment. The Ubaid culture is known for its pottery, architecture, and the development of early urbanization. One of the most popular alternative theories is that these figurines are evidence of an ancient extraterrestrial presence on Earth. specifically a race of reptilian aliens. This suggests that a race of shape-shifting reptilian aliens has been controlling humanity from behind the scenes for thousands of years. The Ubaid figures are seen by some as the earliest evidence of these beings' existence and their interaction with early human civilizations. This seems to connect the Ubaid lizard figures to the Anunnaki, the pantheon of deities from Sumerian mythology. Some alternative historians suggest that the Anunnaki were actually reptilian beings who came to Earth from another planet as part of an ancient astronaut scenario. The Ubaid figures are interpreted as depictions of these beings who were later deified by the Sumerians. In the 20th century, a theory was popularized by writers like Zecharia Sitchin, who proposed that the Anunnaki, gods mentioned in Sumerian texts, were actually ancient astronauts from another planet. This theory was later expanded by author David Icke, who claimed that these beings were reptilian in nature and had interbred with humans to create a ruling class of shape-shifting reptilian-human hybrids. The theory suggests that the Anunnaki genetically engineered humans to serve as slaves, and the Ubaid lizard figures are evidence of early humans' reverence or fear of these beings. Countless ancient cultures, including Rome, Greece, Egypt, Persia, Assyria, Babylonia, and Sumer, share consistent stories of gods descending from heaven or through portals to interact with humans. In the Bible, Genesis 6:4 describes the sons of God mingling with human women, resulting in the birth of Nephilim, who were renowned giants. Petroglyphs in the Four Corners area depict beings resembling reptilian entities and giants alongside human-animal hybrids and spiral vortex symbols echoing global mythologies. Stories of giants, flood myths, and the influence of fallen angels, watchers align across various ancient texts, including Hebrew scriptures, Enochian literature, and Native American oral traditions. The newspaper rock petroglyph in Utah shows depictions of giants, six-toed footprints, and other worldly beings, possibly dating back to 1300 BC, coinciding with global storytelling traditions. Symbols like spirals and horned humanoid figures found in petroglyphs across cultures suggest a shared mythological heritage regarding ancient incursions of giant beings and their influence on human history. The Book of Genesis shares various connections and similarities with a number of ancient myths from different cultures. These similarities often highlight common themes and narratives about creation, the flood, and early human history. After being driven out of Eridu by the Anunnaki, humans began to wander aimlessly around the world. The Hopi Indians have lived on the high desert of northern Arizona for thousands of years. This barren but beautiful landscape was the place where Hopi gods directed them to build a number of villages made up of pueblos, what we today would call stone apartment complexes. Here the Hopi managed to flourish by simply growing corn, beans, and squash with very little rainfall and almost no irrigation. One of the most intriguing Hopi legends involves the Ant People, who were crucial to the survival of the Hopi not just once, but twice. The so-called First World or World Age was apparently destroyed by fire, possibly some sort of volcanism, asteroid strike, or coronal mass ejection from the sun. The Second World was destroyed by ice age glaciers, or a pole shift. During these two global cataclysms, the virtuous members of the Hopi tribe were guided by an odd-shaped cloud during the day and a moving star at night that led them to the sky god named Sutuknang, who finally took them to the Ant People in Hopi Anu Sinom. The Ant People then escorted the Hopi into subterranean caves, where they found refuge and sustenance. In this legend, the Ant People are portrayed as generous and industrious, giving the Hopi food when supplies ran short and teaching them the merits of food storage. Are these stories mere myth, or do they point to a forgotten chapter in the history of humanity, one written in the stars and in the stones beneath our feet? What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this journey into ancient mysteries intriguing, give this video a like, share it with fellow seekers, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more fascinating explorations into our hidden past.